Good morning, internets. Here we are. Got ourselves a start to a beautiful minus 32 Celsius morning. A great Canadian winter day. It's been a few days since I vlogged, and well, here we are. Let's give the truck a start and well, get things rolling for another day. Well, sometimes I'm a little bit leery on using the command start, if you want to call her that, when I start the truck, because I've had issues with other vehicles in the past where, well, the aftermarket starter doesn't quite give it the appropriate time of cranking, and then it tries to restart it afterwards and it ends up flooding the vehicle. However, again, that was an aftermarket system, and that was, well, the first generation of fuel injection, where these factory systems are pretty much computerized and they're sort of balanced, and they all kind of work well together. However, I imagine they probably take equally as much power to start it, if not maybe more, than what it would just to reach in there and turn the key and start it. However, it started this time. It'll run for the annoying 10 minutes and shut off. I wish there was a way to modify these so they'd run for longer than 10 minutes, because, well, obviously at minus 32, 10-minute runtime doesn't do much at all for clearing the windows. Yeah, I know I should sweep the snow off it. It would probably clear the windows better, but even still, 10 minutes still doesn't do enough of a job to make the vehicle what they call safe to drive on the road. You know, maybe in a warmer climate, you know, you start the vehicle and 30 seconds later you can be driving down the road, but that doesn't work here. Well, like I said, it's been a few days since I vlogged. I was fighting the snow last time, and I never did get it all completely shoveled. However, as you've seen by the truck, we got another dousing of snow. It came on through here, I don't know, about 4 days ago, and I, well, didn't shovel. I wasn't feeling up to it, and had a rough few days and just kind of shut down. Just kind of stayed in the house and pretended the world didn't exist. Well, today I got to go out because I got a doctor's appointment to go to. So I have to, well, get out there in the world, sweep off the truck, get her warmed up, venture on out, and see how it goes from there. It's weird when you're dealing with doctors. I don't know why. They don't listen like they should. You know, I'm the one that's lived with this body for, well, my whole life, and they still don't listen. I'm not a chronic complainer. You know, I'm not somebody to say, you know, oh, my thumb hurts, give me a disability, or, you know, my finger hurts, give me some good painkillers. That's not me, you know. I'm the guy that worked a whole day and a half with a broken hand before I even went to my doctor. Because, well, that's the way I am, right? However, these doctors don't seem to listen. They don't seem to understand that I've lived feeling this way for so long that it needs to change. And they are, in my mind, dragging their heels. It's like they don't want to pursue what it could be. You know, they give you these pills or send you on a course for injections for the last month and a half, and here they've wasted a month and a half time when they could have had me going to specialists in the city or pursuing another way. And you know, okay, maybe that's the textbook cause of certain ailments or certain conditions. However, am I a textbook person? You know, those that know me know that I'm not a textbook case. my whole life I've been the exception to the rule, or the odd one out, if you want to say, and to judge me by normal standards is it seems to be the wrong thing to do, because my whole life I've been the odd one out. I still say I should have bought a lottery ticket, because some of the things that has happened to me is very, very rare to happen, and very, very seldom would ever happen to anybody else. But pretty much, guys, I'm gonna let the truck warm up, sweep her on off, head her on out. I don't know if I'll take the dash camera with me or not, but you never know. If you don't record the footage, you never know what you're gonna catch. Sure enough, if I don't take it, I'll miss something great, and I'll wish I had. So we will see how she goes, and catch you all later. Well, hello internets, here we are. A little bit of an afternoon update. Well, this morning went on out and went to my appointment. And well, it went fairly well. I'm a little sensitive when it comes to doctors, because, well, having to have dealt with them all my life with my dad, as well as my own experiences with them, have left me a little bit, sensitive to stupidity. And this new doctor is, well, essentially starting from scratch, trying to clean up a mess that was left by my previous doctor, and fix things from there. Whenever it was 2004, 2005, I was sent to a specialist in the city, and the specialist had diagnosed me with something to explain the way I was feeling and what was going on, and I had blood work to prove it and all that. Well, when the results came back to my doctor, he pretty much dismissed the results and just went on his merry little way of treating me however he seen fit. And okay, fine, over the last 15 years I've been able to survive with a, way I have. However, eventually all that comes crashing down. Now, it probably would have helped to have been on some kind of treatment or medication, over the last 15 years, because that would have definitely lessened what I was feeling and maybe have helped the situation out quite a bit. Well, when conditions go untreated, they don't go away. Quite often they become bigger and worse over time, and I've mentioned him several times over the years, and he always dismissed me again and never really dealt with the problem. And I'm not saying 110% is his fault, but at the same time, I put my trust in him, and he was the doctor. He should have listened to the patient and, done what needed to have been done, but he didn't. And this is kind of the mess that I am in now, and my new doctor is left to clean it on up. And he sent me for some more blood work, as well as he's put a referral into the specialist out of the city, so hopefully we can get some of this mess cleaned on up and get back on the right track and see where I'm sitting and try to get things back to where, they need to be, because, the last 5 years have not been very much fun, especially with something that should have been treated, all along over the last 15 years. But pretty much, guys, gonna go inside, stay warm, and we'll see you all later. Well, hello internets, here we are. Little bit of an afternoon update. Well, of course, this morning I went on out, went to my appointments and stuff that I had to go to. I'm a little sensitive on doctor issues, especially after the last doctor I had. But my new doctor explained to me a lot of things that are going on right now, a lot of my results, and the reason why, I got the results, and the courses of treatment that he is putting me on. As well as he kind of explained that we're, 15 years behind treating something that should have been treated, by my other doctor. And this condition has been left untreated for, 15 years. And it's only growing worse over time, and especially worse in the last 15 years. This doctor firmly believes that I should have been on some kind of medication, if not for the full 15 years, then for, especially the last 5 since my accident and stuff. However, sometimes things don't happen the way you would like them to, want them to, expect them to. I brought up several times over the years, and especially in the last few years, to my old doctor, and he kind of just dismissed it. I don't know whether he didn't believe in that kind of illness, or didn't believe the specialist, or whatever, but it's like he, just dismissed it. And this is what happens when certain conditions are left untreated. I know how I feel. I know what I'm up against, and I know my quality of life has changed dramatically compared to what it was. And I know I need to get back to where, I was before. It's easy to blame, my workplace accident that I had for the way I'm feeling right now. However, this may have been building for many years. However, it was the workplace accident that brought it to a head, and I've never been the same since. It was kind of the trigger of it all. One thing I need to say to you guys, if you're watching this here vlog, is regardless of the diagnosis, regardless of the outcome, get another opinion. See a second doctor, a second specialist, just to make sure, Don't take your doctor at his or her word as being gold, because they're just human too. They read test results wrong or interpret things wrong, and then years down the road you find out that, you should have been on a certain kind of medication that you never were. I have no idea why doctors change, When I started this doctor, he was a good doctor. He had a good reputation in town. However, me being me, I'm not one to change. I'm not one to jump ship. I'm not one to change just for the sake of changing. And I stuck with him. And maybe I stuck with him way too long. Maybe I should have jumped ship, 8 years ago or so. But I guess, I know, that's how we learn, right? Well, of course, got that semi all straightened out. He's sending me for more blood work tomorrow, as well as another set of blood work at the end of the month, as well as he's put a call into a specialist out of the city. So there will be a day trip to the city to a specialist up there, and hopefully it's on a good day where the weather is nice, because, I'll have to drive up there, and it would be nice not to have to fight the weather as well. And hopefully we can get some answers and back on track. A course of treatment, a way of dealing with things that should have been dealt with years ago that weren't. It is what it is. This is life. This is my life. And this is kind of the price we pay for putting our trust into somebody to do their job. But I'm gonna go in, stay warm, and we'll probably see y'all when it starts. We come to the end of another cold day. Supposed to be a minus 38 Celsius night, so a good night to stay indoors where it's nice and warm. This type of cold weather, a long drawn out cold, this is what tests your vehicles and your furnace and all that out. if there's any weaknesses, well, it'll most definitely show up in the cold. I've never had a vehicle break in the warm weather. It's always given me issues when it's been cold like this for long drawn out time. Well, the day was a good day. Had my doctor's appointment. You know, like the doctor said when I first seen him, that he has to start from scratch, from the beginning. I can't take the previous doctor's word for anything, and well, kind of figure out stuff on his own. And you know, I'm, like I said earlier, a little bit sensitive to all the stuff dealing with doctors because of my dad, and well, obviously here because of myself, that when I don't get answers, it kind of gets me a little bit riled up. But at the same time, you know, it's my life, right? So today's appointment was a good appointment. Got some answers, got some new direction on where to go, and well, probably in another, hopefully, month or 3, we'll hear back from the specialist on an appointment and a road trip to the city. Hopefully in the spring, right around the time the weather starts to get warm, we'll know what direction things are going to go. You know, sometimes you have to let go of your dreams and realize that maybe things aren't going to go exactly the way you want them to go again for the summer. You have to kind of take care of yourself, take care of your health. But pretty much, guys, it is what it is. Another day in the books. Tomorrow was a brand new one. But I got blood work to run out to tomorrow, and then after that, the day is free and clear. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.